Alright, so I really want you guys to see this. Here are my two routers. I have two Wi-Fi connections right here at my home. I did another video that talked about how you could have two different internet connections for making money online, basically for the cell phone farmer. Now if you're getting into farming, we have a lot to talk about in this video, and we're going to get face to face here in just a second. Alright, so let's talk about this stuff for a minute here. You saw that I do have two different internet connections. Now, I went into a fair amount of depth as far as whenever you're making money with two different internet connections, the pluses behind that, why I feel like it's something that you should be considering doing if you are able to do. If you have two different internet service providers that are in your area, let's get further in depth with that. This is the entire goal of this video, is to basically explain to you guys exactly why that's what you want to do. Now, I explained in one video how I have two different Ulotto accounts. So I want to break it down for how much money you can basically stand to make here with having two different accounts, and not have to sit here and worry. I have so many questions that people ask me that regard to could I get banned from this app if I set up another account? If I have more than one account here or more than one account here, will I be banned? Is it okay if I do this? How much money can I make with this app before I'm banned per se on Perk? Guys, this is the way to go about it. Right now with Comcast, I am paying right at $80 a month. So let's do the math on these internet service connections. Right now with Comcast, $80 a month, I have their unlimited connection with Comcast. And with AT&T, I'm currently paying right at $70 a month to be able to have their unlimited connection. So if you do the math here, I pay right at $150 for both of my internet connections here. And this is what I really want this video to touch topic on here. Expansion. Here in so many months, I will be able to afford as many cell phones as I could possibly want to get my hands on. I will be able to afford them. Now, if I had one internet connection, there's only so many different phones that I could add to this farm. But with the fact that I have two different internet connections, this is how I can break it down to you guys. Right now with Perk, I could still have on each of my accounts, I could still have 4 Perk TV Live phones, 5 Vigil phones, and I do believe 4 different Perk Word Search phones. Then we shoot it over to the other account and it's literally the same. But if I only had one internet connection, I would literally be limited to half that amount of devices for what I could earn with. Now, it pretty much goes hand in hand for every single one of these applications. Any application you could possibly use, you can have 2. Now, like I said, I went through a lot in that previous video as far as your internet service provider, ISPs with these companies. As far as your IP goes, just to break it down to you, these companies, they have their rules and regulations for how many accounts you can have per IP. If you have another IP, you're within the rules and regulations of that account. So the big thing to sit here and note is you can make so much more money, so much more by doing this. Now, granted, it's a lot to sit here and pay, and it's definitely something that you want to do once you have maxed out. Once you've maxed out with as many, maybe not go about it the way that I've done it. I try to do so many things all at once, and sometimes it has some negative side effects. For example, I literally just had to switch from one internet service provider here in this home. I had to get everything set up a completely different way. So I had hoped that I could possibly just go ahead and have 2 lines with AT&T in my same home and 2 different accounts, and they weren't having that. And I feel like I probably could have taken it a step further and said, well, I have another person in my home that has an AT&T account, and had both of the connections combined here in this home. I'm not sure how that specifically would have worked out. I actually talked to the internet service provider. I asked him if I could get him here in video to basically confirm that you can, this is something that's doable. You can't have 2 internet connections in your home. Basically because someone asked me if you had the ability to do just that. So, guys, I really don't want this video to be a long video. I just want to show you guys that it's a reality. I do have 2 different internet connections. I am making money off of 2 different internet connections. I'm now going to be able to expand anywhere between 125 different cell phones within the next few months to around 200 different smartphones for making money online within the next couple of months. So a lot of really big things have been happening with my channel. One thing I do need to touch topic on as far as like my giveaways. I still do plan to do giveaways. Guys, I was getting towards like 40 subs in one day. I need to get content out on my channel before I just do giveaway video after giveaway video. So I've backed away from doing giveaway videos, and there's a good reason behind that. It's because whenever we get towards this 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing a $300 giveaway. Like I got some really cool stuff planned out here. But we're going to do either the equivalency of a Nintendo Switch, or we're going to do a flat out Nintendo Switch giveaway. Now, it just depends on what you guys say in the comments as far as like, do you feel like I should just go ahead and purchase a Switch and give away a Switch? Do you feel like you'd rather have $300 in cash for you to be able to work on your cell phone farm? And I feel like we're going to have a lot of votes here, but whoever votes and whatever outweighs what is basically going to be the deciding factor with that. So guys, I really want you to stay tuned in here. I have a lot of plans that I'm working towards. I have a backlog of videos that I've already recorded for my channel. And basically we're going to be having countless uploads here. I guess on a last note though, I want you to really sit back and take some time to sit here and think about how many devices you currently have. If you have 22, if you have 40 different devices, I want you to do the math on how much you're making, and then I want you to do the math on maybe paying for that second internet connection. How much money would you then step up with? How much money would you make after that? We all know that these applications at times are very, very frustrating. We just had basically about a month and a half to 2 months of really, really tough times with Ulotto. You know, nothing is guaranteed here, so you can't really bank that if you start paying for these 2 internet connections that this is going to follow suit and it's going to take care of every bit of it. So you need to keep that in mind, especially if one of these applications dies. You know, I was very worried about Ulotto and whether it was going to fall to the pits and we would lose it. I just cashed out recently. They are still paying, so I'm very, very happy about that. I'm still receiving money from Ulotto, so thank God they're still around. It's definitely a bread and butter app. Though it's very frustrating at times, I put it right alongside Perk and how much money I make with Ulotto in comparison to Perk. Now, Perk is still better for me overall than anything that I've done so far. Rewardable is, of course, phenomenal for PayPal Cash. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be making more with Bitcoin soon than what I would be making with anything, though. But guys, if you get some useful information out of this video, definitely hit me up with a like, hit me up with a subscribe. There's countless stuff that's along the ways, and stay tuned in for my future content. I'm kind of at this point, I'll say this, I need some video requests. Is there anything that you guys are interested in really seeing? What do you really want to see come out of eCash Society? I also have created a Facebook group. I've been waiting to announce this Facebook group for a while. I'll probably go further into depth with it once I get towards this 1,000 subscribers. That's my ultimate goal. I want to make it to 1,000 subscribers. Whenever I get around that point, maybe a little past that, maybe we can get this group going. We can get like some interaction going there. And then right at around 1,000 subscribers, I'm making that website. We're going to have a website that is geared all around my business, everything that I do online, with information for how you can do this yourself, without any sort of videos that block you from entering this website, so you can easily access information, and just tons of good stuff, guys. But yeah, with that being said, you guys have a great day and stay tuned in.